Today I want to talk about why other people's opinion of you don't matter. Why the opinions of other people does not matter. In fact, and it doesn't matter. The opinions of people does not matter. It doesn't matter. And in fact, it doesn't matter. Matthew chapter 16, verse 13 to 20. Why other people's opinion of you don't matter. Matthew chapter 16, verse 13 to 20. As people are, people talk. People were created to talk. And no matter how many hours you spend praying, people will surely talk. Regardless of how spiritual you are, people will talk. And to be honest with you, no matter how good or bad you are, people were created to talk, and they will talk. I came to talk to you about something very dear to my heart. Listen to this. You have a lot of bills to pay than to focus on what people say about you. That is not real. Even you, it takes a lot of revelation to know yourself. Therefore, you need to understand that if you cannot even you know yourself well, nobody has the power to know you. There are times you do things, you look at yourself and say, how did I do it? Because one can say, say, oh, you're criminal, but suddenly you've been able to execute an agenda. As human as you are, there are times you bother yourself so much about what people are saying about you. That is not true, yet you are hurt. There are times you get so much worried about what people, and you see, the sad thing about you is that whilst they are talking and you know it is not true, your ears are open to listen more. And the more you listen, the more hurt you get, and yet you are listening. Don't listen to what cannot pay your bills. If they cannot add up, you must subtract them. And I repeat, if they cannot add up, you must subtract them. Too many voices to your life makes you get confused. And you need to understand that no matter what you do and no matter what you say, people will find a way to misinterpret you. At this age of your life, when you are to pay electricity bills, you are to pay your own school fees, you are to do another business attache the student thing, you are already broken by what people are saying about you. At this age of your life, you have decided to harbor pain and bitterness in your heart so much that what people are saying about you is not true. You feel like, if it is not true, why are they saying that? Why? Master, in the days of Jesus, when the man was walking about doing good, healing the sick, opening the eye of the blind, others had a different agenda and different businesses. You see, it is good you focus on yourself than what they say about you, about yourself. If you want to pay attention to what everybody say about you, you cannot live your life. You have to live your life for them. Oh yes, imagine when you walk with Jesus and you hear in town that Mary Magdalene happens to be a girlfriend to Jesus Christ. Yeah? There are some of you seated here, apart from yourself. You have disassociated yourself from somebody simply because of the things you hear people say about them. And you feel like, man, they are not the only people they are talking about. They are also talking about you. And I came to encourage you by the grace of God upon you that whilst you are discussing people, somebody is also talking about you. See, the difference between you and them is that what you said, they did not hear. By your own, by the grace of God, it was unveiled. And so when you hear your own, you get hurt. But you are forgetting that whilst you are hurt, you are also discussing somebody. And if they get to know, they will also be hurt. When you plant, remember, it takes water to grow. Listen, whatever people say about you does not define you. You don't automatically become what people think of you, but you become what you think of yourself. There are times you hear something about you from the mouths of people, and you go like, how? Why? Where? W. Mintiasye. Mayomoday. Aday. Bonibay. If you don't want anybody to talk about you, die. Even if you die, they will talk about the coffin. They will say, what was who in the funeral? Who say one sere? And the born in tin one sere no. In fact, when you die, they will say that one will father can be cheap papa. And Jabusian for meant to me and to Father Kabia. In fact, you could say, well, one course I'm an so because I'm now a short papa in do 6 feet. Oh, we are wedding, a wow, sick and I decided to be inviting per 100. Nyamiada from my wedding, I say 120 people came, and you decided to cook in accordance of the number that were invited. Edianina and Subi, almost 100. The orchestra, 100 on Sokra, where the money be. Obiaya and the wedding on Wabrato wedding gun, 2,000, 3,000 Ghana. Yasebra wedding, Dibini invited. Who do you as a wedding gun wedding in Crassiford? Oh, yes. And yet, most of the people who talk about such things do not contribute to the wedding. Ladies and gentlemen, is it not wonderful that the people who talk and speak ill of us are people who are not adding up to our lives? Some of them are people from nowhere, outsiders. And some of them, you have only encountered them once or twice. They don't even know much about you. I love what Paul said. Paul said that we don't know any man after the flesh. We know men after the spirit. In other words, no matter what somebody of the flesh say, don't bow to it because you are not what they say you are. Some of you, things eat you up so easily. And Chena would yarewo, and Chena wusu, and Chena debia shiwama. Just say to me shiwama. People can actually walk out of a church. Ubisane said they are talking about me. In fact, if you dress well, they will talk. If you dress bad, they will talk. If you dress bad, they will size you. If you dress good, they will still size you. And all sizes are sizing. And so you better understand that people talk. They will surely talk no matter what you do. Therefore, don't let what they say enter into you to eat you because you are not their description. Now, look at Jesus, the miracle worker. The miracle of Jesus. So, then, some back room, some be bejimo. Maybe boamo. Number the ye, na yariye tutu. Na ni friend ye ka we papa we ye ka ne ho asem a na ya se papa nko a se papa bia ba ekroma na dwuma o ya ne se obiebie ni frafo ani. Is it not good? Papa bia ba kroma me se papa ne huhu pa che se wonam na ye mumu kro tumi ma wo tekasa na onti se obi a wo kro wanya no hey David na ni abra he was on a daily mission, fulfilling destiny, walking around to do something better with his life. People were actually discussing him. Ladies and gentlemen, when you wake up, focus on yourself, not what they are saying. If you listen to what they say, you cannot focus on the day. And I repeat, if you listen to what people say, you will not focus on the day. And it doesn't matter how they suspect you, they think about you. You need to understand that your destiny is not their destiny. If you fail, they will talk about it. If you become rich too, they will talk. They will say that they don't know the work you do, but you are rich. It's cocaine. Or you have a sugar daddy. If you fail to, they will say that, look at her beauty, how foolish she is. How foolish he is. This guy couldn't amount to anything. Wait, Jimmy, oh, ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand that life is on your side, not from them. They are not the one giving you air to breathe. It is God. Therefore, what God says must be the final yardstick on yourself, not what people are saying. Now, this Jesus man went about doing good. And once he was on a mission to fulfill destiny, oh, forget it. Can I say this? Those who discuss you, they have nothing to do with their life. And therefore, if you have ever discussed somebody, it means that you do nothing with your life. The time wasted to talk about somebody is a time that could have been invested for money. You are a fool. Hey, you call party no. Oh, lady na no shendika short no. Is she your cousin? Is she from the extended family or from the nuclear family? Is that your nephew? No. Do you know her? No. If there is something you want to say to her, go to her and tell her that your nika is short. If you can't discuss a matter with the person, don't make them a topic. I have a simple word. Very simple. Stop discussing people. Stop talking about people. Because whilst you are talking, there are other people employed by the devil to also talk about you. The level of your discussion about people determine the level people discuss about you. It is hard to encounter two women preaching to themselves, talking about Jesus to themselves. It is very hard. It is so hard to meet two women talking about Yawade. What can we do to spice our marriage? No! If there is nothing to talk about, shut up. If there is nothing to talk about, shut up. Why? Because someone's business is not your business. You are not a motivational speaker. Why do you always suspect everybody to be bad? Because you are bad. If you are good, everybody is good as you are. But once you suspect others that they are bad, it tells me how bad you are. That you are so bad that you think that people are like you. No, everybody is not like you. So stop discussing other people in your shoes when you think that they are like your legs. If the shoe does not fit you, just give it out. In other words, if you cannot change, don't think that everybody is in chains like you. The problem you have is that you made people topics. You talk about people too much. You make other people's business your business, yet you don't have a table to sell, nor a shop to do business. Why you're a spiritual journalist, yet you have no certificate? You know everybody in town and everybody around you, but nobody knows you. Who told you? So you can actually talk about people, discuss their issue, the in and out of their lives, and talk about people. And when somebody do it, you can read minutes into thing. Because everything you do, you have evil imagination about that thing. So when somebody do things, I know what, or to back on the sign, or to get any sign, or to get any sign. Because that is what you've been doing. What you don't do, everybody don't do. What you do, we also do. Listen, everybody is not as evil and bad as you are, okay? Learn how to celebrate people. It takes deeper friendship to reveal the identity of people. When you stand afar, don't talk about them because you don't know anybody. And so you need to understand that if once upon a time you are discussing somebody with somebody, very soon the person you are discussing somebody with will also be discussing somebody with you. And sometimes, because of the gravity of your discussion with the person, when you are no more nice with them and other people become nice, you don't feel comfortable. Suddenly, you start frowning your face. Because because you know the things you have actually discussed with the other party. And you know that by the grace of God, once you are not there, you are another topic. When you want to talk about people, take your time. We are not just preaching about what people do to you. We are talking also about what you do to people. And in true Christianity, we don't discuss people. We encourage people. True Christianity. So when I want to talk about Mr. Joseph, I am here to encourage him. Even if I'm talking about Mr. Joseph to Sister Gladys, we are talking about something we can actually talk to him about that will stir him up, not to break him down. You speak in tongues, but you are not responsible. Don't substitute responsibility with spirituality. You can be very spiritual yet foolish. You can be responsible but not spiritual. Me say wa adwen unya me soma adwen doubt when you correct. Unya me soma adwen. Me say, you see, you have not renewed your mind. What the one ma Yesu wotonsu ba wa adwen de ye wa there. It's not about what others are saying. It's about what you are saying. Sister, if you know who you are, don't allow anyone to define you. You are not what they think you are. You are who you think you are. Don't ever allow your emotions to be hurt. Why? Because somebody said, who are they? Are they God? No. What's your problem? Area, shop, was sorry at the ya meaning kasada because in some might say dear me say wagene and you're correct. The truth is that I am not what I heard you said I am. I know myself. If I know myself, your definition, how you define me, doesn't really matter. So define me the way you want to define me. It doesn't matter. Mejimi, me okwasia. Na me sha mejimi. Me sha me yakwasia. I think that why I can say me yakwasia pa. That is the truth. Okwasia ni the osi obi kwasia. Because when yakwasia nka kwasia seda. May say the evil thought in the hearts of men makes them evil, not the actions. So, don't deceive us by your long dress. Don't deceive us. For God knows you than we know you. You walk around carrying loads. Unnecessary loads are there, and forcing me yejamai, and forcing me pemema, and forcing me nye, and forcing me patcho now won't so ya now when ye. If you know yourself, it is not about how they define you. Who do some say you are Elijah? Some say, and Jesus said, who do you also see me to be? Don't walk with a friend who doesn't know you. Don't walk with a friend who doesn't know you. Anybody who doesn't know you should not be your friend. Because when they are asked a question to describe you, they will define you their way, not how they know you. People will always find someone to talk about, and you can also be a topic. People will always find someone to talk about, and that is their opinion. People will always find someone to talk about when they have nothing to do. Number 2, your self-worth isn't defined by an approval rating. Your self-worth isn't defined by an opinion rating. When you be besrawa, when you di padodua, kasa we ya na wonye. Enu ti na oba obo adwaman ti say Rahab. God can decide to use her regardless of her weakness to secure people who are of God. Don't let anybody rate you when you know yourself. So when they say you are middle class, you say, no, I belong to the top. Rate yourself. You are not beautiful. And suddenly you are saying that my confidence is gone. Don't let people rate you. They don't know your journey, where you've been, or where you are heading to. So therefore, they can't conclude on you. They don't know your journey, where you have been or where you are heading. What you go through in life, nobody knows. Sometimes people say when in why you're down, why you're basa, and people want to actually describe you and say, oh, there be a woman, they don't know what you have been through or what you are going through. Is it not true? And the woman and him hey, Charlie make a bit and if you don't know what I am going through, don't conclude on me. If you don't also know where I am heading towards, don't say that I'm too low. Trust your intuition and who you are, and you will understand how deep you are. Trust your intuition and who you are, and you will understand how deep you are. And simply understand, or just understand, you will never please everyone with your decisions, so don't try. You will never please everybody with your decisions. So please don't try. Why? Because what is good for someone might not be good for you. And the fact that it's not good for them does not mean you have made the wrong choice. From today, please don't let the opinions of people change how you see yourself. No, don't try. Don't allow them. Sometimes when you've been able to control your emotions, now what the anakota, member barman yes will be now what the bar, what the end they say in your cry. If you are not doing the same job by standing at the roadside, don't conclude when you go to rooms. Don't be defined by what people think about you, because they are not God. Just make sure you are doing what is right. That's all. Rise up on your feet.